edge there. Testing out the lovely delivery there through to the keeper. One ball to come in this over. Been a good latter half of the over, and interesting to see if that swing continues to stay throughout the early part of this innings. The first 10 overs could provide some challenging conditions for the Nepalese batters. No run there into the side. He's gone for a shy at the stumps, but it missed. And so we're now, after 2 overs, 11 for no wickets. So we're going to continue with pretty solid first over. Up from one very nice punch through the offside by Anil Shah for 4 runs. So we'll see what kind of line that Zahid can bring to this third over. And in he comes. Yeah, so he's getting some good pace and bounce. It's travelling nicely through to the wicket keeper there, taking that above his waist. So there seems to be some good bounce in the pitch and opportunities to be exploited by some of these fast bowlers at the beginning of the innings. That's through to the keeper as well. Canada have a few catching options here. There's 2 slips, a gully, a fairly short cover, and then out on the boundary we have deep fine leg. Don't know if there's going to be any bouncers or short deliveries, but he comes in. Third ball of the over. That's nicely played. Very good line here from Zahid. Just keeping it outside the off stump. Putting the challenge to the batters to see if they're patient enough to get through these opening overs. Consulting with each other at the moment. Oh, he's gone for a bit of a swing out on the off stump, outside of the off stump, but there from the opening batter. He's definitely keeping Zahid's keeping a very good line here, just outside the off stump. Just a little bit backwards of a length. And again, very defensively played into the gully there. Canadian team are keeping themselves warm. There's some long sleeves, there's some exercise in the outfield to keep warm in this kind of chilly start to the match. And comes in to finish off the over. And it's maiden over. Very nicely bowled from Zahid Shahzad. The third over is a maiden, so we're still on 11 for no wickets. And you hope that Zahid can continue very good at in swing and pace and bounce. If he can find the right line, then this could be quite challenging here for the batter, Mohammed Sheikh. Comes and oh, that's an absolutely fantastic take by the wicket keeper there, stopping. That's an excellent catch in his left palm there. Saved a few runs for sure. One's just popped up onto the leg side, running down to flying leg for a single. There he comes in, third ball of the over. He started that off very nicely. There's an appeal there for LBW, but looks like it's just going a little bit high and maybe a little bit down the leg side. As we watch the replay there, it started off on a nice line. Really happy to see him starting the ball a little bit further outside the off stump so that when the in-swing does come, it's more likely to challenge those wickets. And he's up in the air. They're through for a quick single there. And mid-wicket. Jinder's coming in to finish off the over. Punched into the point region. Zahid bowled a very in this over. He comes. And looked a little bit uncomfortable. Dangling his bat out, kind of hoping to get to it. It's gone pretty fast to second slip there, but slip took an excellent catch. You can see here from the side replay, it's a good amount of bounce. It's coming off just above the knee roll on the pads. And I think the catch was taken by number 13. We're just going to get his name. There's a very nice catch just above his shoulder to the left. It's a breakthrough there for Canada. And reward for Zahid Shahzad, who has been bowling some extremely accurate and testing deliveries from this end. And he's got to be happy with how his morning's going so far. That brings a new batter to the crease, which is Dev Karnal. So we have a third ball of the over, and Zahid Shahzad's coming in to the new batter. He's ready to face. Oh, and he's got him with the first ball. Absolutely beautiful line just outside off stump, and the batter was in two minds. He didn't know whether to come forward to defend it or to let it go, and he's ended up taking a thick bottom edge and clashing into the stumps. So that's 2 wickets and 2 balls there for Zahid. I can watch this. Definitely it's a good line and length to bowl to a new batter who's just coming. Hat trick with this next delivery, so we'll see how if any of the field changes for that. And he's going to be facing the hat-trick ball. for Zahid. It's going to be interesting. Doesn't look like there's been any field change for the hat-trick ball, so they're taking this seriously. Still got the 2 slips, the gully, cover. He's off, and here he comes in on hat-trick ball. Can he do it? Oh, and that's a lovely leave from the new batter. It's a good ball from the bowler, but wasn't testing the stumps. And Dim Sharkey was able to let that go through to the wicket-keeper without any trouble. There's been another excellent over so far. 2 wickets, no runs. Building on his previous over, which was a maiden. So, ball number 5 of the over. So he comes in, and he's bowled at Yorker length, and it's been dug out by the batter. Slip picks it up, no run. And he comes to finish off the over. It's played into the offside. They look at a single, but Gully picks up the ball and fires it in to stop any runs there. So it's another maiden for Zahid Shahzad, who picked up 2 wickets in that over. And he's only conceded 5 runs in 3 overs. So cricket, the Canadian team at the moment are definitely on top. They're putting the Nepalese batters in a bit of trouble here. Let's see if this pressure can be continued from the other end. Tajinder Singh coming in to bowl his 3rd over. And he puts it on a just kind of bounced up to the hip height on the leg side for Mohammed Sheikh, who pulls it down for us. Jinder comes in for his 2nd ball of the over. They've now employed a leg slip and pushed out into the leg side. They're probably going to come back for a couple as mid-on picks up the ball and sends it in. Still quite a lot of in-swing from the Tajinder. And it's moving a little bit down the leg side. So they have employed this leg slip to try and make the most of the swing and see if there's any edges off the bat that could be picked up with the leg slip. So there were 2 slips on the off leg. Well, they'll get a single. There's 4 off the over so far. Just allowing Nepalese batters to pick up a few runs here. That's a very nice line, and it's taken an inside edge. It's past the keeper, and it's gone down for 4. It wasn't a confident shot. Ball was pitched, as you can see on this replay, the ball was pitched outside off stump, went for the push and took that edge. It was too quick for the keeper to actually stop it. Kind of a lucky escape there for the batter, given the previous wicket being played on. But as a batter myself, I can tell you, you take every boundary as it comes. So he's just got to concentrate for the next delivery. And that's down the leg side, and that will be a wide ball. hoping here that Tajinder can just control this swing a little bit and maybe start a little bit further outside the off stump. I don't know if this is a tactic that they're trying to get this wicket down leg slip. Just needs to straighten up a little bit. A little bit of an over adjustment there and no in swing, so the ball ends up wide outside the off stump. He comes in for the 5th ball of the over, and that's nice. Left by the batter, free to the keeper for no run. He comes in to finish off the over. Oh, it's taken an inside edge. Maybe a little bit of extra bounce that the batter wasn't expecting. And it runs through to leg slip for no run. So after 6 overs, one bowled and one caught at second slip. And Zahid Shahzad is coming on for his 4th over. And you can't blame Canada for that because he is bowling a very good line and length. His last 2 overs have gone for no runs and he's picked up 2 wickets. He's given the Nepalese batters a lot to think about here at the moment. He's not relenting on his line. Very consistent outside of the off stump. And the batters at the moment are finding it a little tricky to get their timing. So Canada's changed the field a little bit. The 3rd slip has come in. Deep fine leg is still there. There's no square leg. And comes into bowl. Back to the same line and length. It's left through to the keeper. You can see here his economy is only 1.58, and he's bowled 18 dot balls in 3.1 overs. So almost every ball has been a dot ball for Zahid. In for the 2nd ball of the over, and that's driven away 3 to cover for a no run. Stopped by the cover fielder fairly comfortably. And Dimshaki's now 3 off 7 balls, just slowly playing himself in. And he's looking for that drive, and he's beautifully played it out into the deep. They're coming back for a 2nd. The field has picked it up nicely and stopped the 3rd run. So 2 runs out into the deep there. You can see that ball was a little bit fuller. The batters waited for it and played a lovely cover drive. In for the 4th ball of the over. Little down into the gully for no run. Zahid's having a good reward for bowling kind of good length or short of a good length outside of the off stump here. And again, this is guided this time down to third man for a single. You can see continuation of that good line and length, a bit of extra little bounce there. So the batter was able to kind of rock onto the back foot and guide that through the gap to third man. Finish off the over, and it's Yorker length guided to cover for better run. So 27 for 2 off 7 overs. Some very tight bowling from Zahid Shehzad. I think the approach from these two Nepalese batters is correct. Just to take your time and see yourself in. It's one match today. Plenty of time to build an innings. Plenty of time to work your way up. And yeah, good day for batting. If we look at the previous 2 matches, Nepal have scored 176 all out off 46 overs and 143 all out off 39.4 overs. So they haven't batted the whole 50 overs out on either of the practice matches. So I would say that's probably one of the aims for today, is to bat 50 overs. If you can bat the whole complement of overs, then there's a chance to get over 200, which would be a good score on this pitch. The first of those practice matches, the Canadian high-performance team knocked it off with 3 wickets remaining after 36.5 overs. So they ended up on 145 for 7. In the second game, Nepal hit 176 all out of 46 overs, and the high-performance team knocked it off in... Sorry, they were all out for 156 off 45.3 overs, and Nepal won that game by 20 runs. So far it's 1 game each for Canada and Nepal in these practice matches. In comes Jaskaran Buttar, new bowler. Starts off a little bit wide of the off stump there. Bit of outswing as well. Just kind of inspecting his run up. Not too happy with how he run up there. So he started off with 1 wide. Second ball, similar to the first ball, wide outside of the off stump. First match for Jaskaran Buttar in this practice match series, and just trying to get into the game at the moment. Comes in nicely, and that's shaped very well just outside the off stump, and the batter chooses to leave it. Not as much swing in that delivery as to the first two. Again for the second ball of the over. Oh, that's shaped beautifully. Come off a good length, extra bounce, and right past the outside edge. Patter gets away with no edge on that one, because that was a very well played delivery there from Counterattack. He's really found his line and length on that delivery. He comes in. Wind's blowing. Safely outside the off stump, through for no run. Canada retaining 2 slips. A third man. One leg is also down there, just out of shot. We've got a fairly deep mid-on and a fairly deep mid-off as well. And he's on a really good line, just taken, kind of squared up the batter, it's popped up safely just short of the bowler. Much better line and length here from Counterattack. He comes in for the 5th ball of the over. That's nice. Just guided down to gully there for no run. Off with a couple of fairly wide outswinger deliveries at the start of the over. Counterattack's really returned with a much better line and length. He's 5 excellent deliveries. We're looking to wrap up this over with another one. Close it out. Keep testing for that edge. He's got very close with a couple of these deliveries. There he goes. Outside off. Big swing from Counterattack, but misses it, and that finishes off the over. So Nepal are 29 for 2 after 8 overs. So it looks like they're going to continue here for a 5th over. They're saying he's bowled very tight, 4 overs, 2 wickets for only 8 runs, including 2 maidens, and a double wicket maiden. He's running in here. That's the over. Oh, and he's got through the gate, straight through the gate, and bowled him. Mohammad Asif Sheikh is out bowled for 7. And that was a fantastic delivery that started just outside the off stump, a little bit of in-swing here, and we're going to see a replay. As you can see, comes in, his movement, and it's actually hit off at the top of the off stump. We've got an even better view here from the other side, and you can see that it kind of gets through the gate. But it's moved very nicely off the surface, in-seam, and it's bowled him. An excellent wicket there for Canada. That's another wicket for Canada, so we're now 3 for 29 runs only. And Zahid Shahzad's having a... brings the new batter to the crease, Jitendra Singh Array. Challenging conditions to come into as the number 5 batter. Only 8.1 overs have been completed so far, but Nepal already on the back foot at 29 for 3. Canada have brought in a third slip. Comes and he's straight on the mark, and it's defended out to cover. We're shy at the stumps, attempted run out, but the batter was safe and the fielder missed the stump. So definitely about survival at the moment on this one end against Zahid Shahzad. Again, a little bit fuller pitch, and it's pushed out into the covers where it's fielded comfortably. We're into the 5th over here for Zahid Shahzad. And yeah, Nepal are really going to have to try and make it through his spell without losing any further wickets. If not, it's going to be a very challenging innings for them. He's putting it on such a good length. He's shaping it in and then straightening out. And it's past the outside edge. Very well there. The batter's looking a little bit in trouble here. Very challenging conditions here for the Nepalese batters. He comes in again. 5th ball of the over. Good line and length and defended into the covers safely by Jitendra. Comes in to finish off the over, will be another maiden, and the batter's just been distracted by something and turned away from the delivery, so that there'll be a dead ball. Ball will be bowled again. You can see here that it raises his arm before the ball's bowled. Something down on the boundary maybe, or something nearby that was distracting him. Zahid Shahzad had a very good spell today. We also played a couple of days ago, opening the bowling and bowled 5 overs for 19 runs. It was 1 maiden. He goes to finish it off, and still a great way to finish the over. And that's another wicket maiden for Zahid Shahzad. And you have to. Canada are really keeping it tight from that one end. And now they're kind of been changing the bowlers up a little bit at the other end. So they started off with Ajinder Singh, who bowled 3 overs for 19 runs. He had an over from Jaskaran Bhattar, 1 over for 2 runs. It looks like now we've got a change of bowler, and it's Sukhjinder Singh who will be coming in from that same end. So it looks like we're getting a little bit of a spin here. A left arm spin. Keeper's just putting on the helmet. The field has changed quite a lot. We now have a short, fine leg, a deep, square leg, 1 slip, long off on the boundary. Mid on is inside the circle. Yeah, you can see there also gully point, and he comes in first ball, and it's just down, bounced up, hit him on the pads for no run. Yeah, it's interesting to see here. Will there be any turn and bounce? 1 player's heading over to mid wicket. From the offside. So second ball for Jinder. Comes in, nice length, and there is some turn there. That is beautifully bowled. Good line and length, testing length, and that's turned away from the bat through to the keeper. It's a very promising start there. Third ball of the over. Not much turn there. Fired it through a little quicker, I think. And the ball kind of just went straight through to the keeper. Jim Sharkey's on 6 off 19 deliveries. Faces up. And that's full pitch, pushed out into the leg side, down to deep square leg, who throws it in and keeps it at a single. So defender taking like a middle guard. Gets ready to face up to Sukhjinder Singh. Bowls it, and it's straight, but he's managed to get his bat on it, has swept it down to past fine leg to square leg, who ran around quickly and managed to cut it off and stop the second. There's really good fielding there from the Canadian team. There's potential opportunity for 2 there, but they kept it down to 1. Brings Bim Sharkey back on strike. And he comes, he's gone for a big swing, and he's bowled. He went for the big shot. It was a full pitched ball, bouncing on leg stump, I think, or middle. You can see he's tossed it up nicely, went for the big stroke, and it skidded through and hit his leg stump, knocking off the bail. And that's a wicket for Sukhjinder Singh. You can see from that replay, yep, straight through the gap. It's a good bit of bowling there, just putting up a little bit of a tempter. And Nepalese batter could not resist. So unfortunately, Nepal lose another wicket. We're on to 31 for 4 off 10 overs. It's a great start there from Sujinder Singh. A very accurate opening over. There was good turn and then some good arm balls. And then that last one fired through, I think, a little bit quicker. And it beat the batter for pace and bowled him. We welcome a new batter, Mohammad Arif Sheikh, to the crease, with Nepal in a little bit of trouble here. 31 for 4. That was the end of the over. We're going to continue from this end with Zahid Shahzad. And Canada's really looking to apply the pressure today. 31 for 4. They're keeping their main strike bowler on for his 6th over. Hint of movement still. Just outside off stumps, punches it back down the wicket there. Collected by the bowler. Another good start to the over. Zahid Shahzad probing outside the off stump, punched into the leg side for a single, picked up by the fielder. Batter just looking to move across the stumps and push that into the leg side where there's more gaps. Currently a very offside dominant field. The only fielders on the leg side are kind of a wide mid-on and deep fine leg on the boundary. So there's a lot of gaps in the off stump. A lot of gaps in the leg side. And he's just the bowler's just moving the fine leg a little bit finer for this delivery. I'm saying there's a lot of gaps in the leg side, but there's not many deliveries going anywhere near the leg side or that many on the stumps, because it's been a very consistent length and line outside of the off stump. The captain set this attacking offside field for Zahid, and he's been bowling to that field perfectly. In for the 5th ball of the over. Another inside edge there. Timing's just a little bit off at the moment. And taking these edges very nicely. There's interest in the slips for a potential another slip catch. The slip fielders are keeping their hands nice and warm in their pockets as the cool breeze blows across the ground. See them ready themselves for the end of the over. Another little bit of an inside edge out into the leg side. It's running past square leg. The fielder's coming in, picking it up and throwing it in to keep them to 2 runs. So now Zahid's rate and strike rate from the opening bowler. like Sukhjinder Singh is going to continue from the other end and continue his challenging bowling here after an excellent first over. He comes in. Nice to the offside. He's interested in a single, but his partner was not interested at all. And it looked a pretty tight single if they had gone for it. Second ball comes in. A little bit of turn, a little bit of bounce. Pops up into the gully region. Interesting to see if we can get some more turn here, like the second delivery in that over, first over. Bowling more of a straight line at the moment. Pushing the batter back, keeping the fairly kind of angling it into the stumps and then straightening it. There's no big turn and flight at the moment. They offer one up. There we are. And he's slashed it in the air over cover, and they're running through for a couple. Fielder's picked it up, sending it in, and stops the third. Very nice throw in there from the fielder. You can see here there's a little bit more width here. Allows him to get some air onto the ball and chip it over the inner ring. And that's a veg. And that's the one that he wanted. A nice floated delivery outside the off stump. Not enough footwork from the batter and a thick edge through to the slip. You can see here, doesn't get across to it and takes the edge. Lovely delivery. Very, very tricky line and length to deal with. And that's another wicket for Sukhjinder Singh. It's leaving Nepal in a difficult position at 36 for 5 after only 11.5 overs. The new batter Arjun Saud is going to be coming in here with a real challenge on his hands. Nepal need to rebuild their innings here. We're only 12 overs into 50 over match, and they're 36 for 5. And some excellent bowling from Zahid Shahzad, taken 3 wickets. And we've got Jaskaran Buttar in for his second over. It's a little bit short and wide. There's a swing from the Nepalese batter, but no contact. You can see from the stats, Jaskaran's played quite a lot of games, experienced player. Bowling to two new batters. So Mohammad Arif, big 2 off 4, and Arjun Saud hasn't faced yet. And none of the Nepalese batters have been able to stick at the crease so far. Comes in and it's short. He's cut it straight to cover fielder for no run. Comes in, third ball of the over. Straight line, just tucked around. There's a gap in the offside, leg side, sorry, so they're having to run hard. Actually, the wicket keeper's made it all the way out to square leg to pick up the ball and ensure that Nepal aren't able to come back for a third run. He's actually moving one of the slip fielders now out into mid-wicket position. So previously there was only a wide mid-on and a deep fine leg on the leg side. Similar field to the previous bowler. And now they've moved one of the slips into a mid-wicket, somewhere between mid-wicket and square leg. Ball. Hits him on the pads. No appeal. Batter's warming himself up. Needs to get those feet moving, get those hands moving. Been a chilly start to the day. Lots of hoodies spotted around the ground. A few gloves, a couple of hats. Canadians finding their winter clothing in anticipation of the long winter that will be coming. But we're now in a very nice sunny day. Batter's warming up, ready for the ball, and he's defended that nicely into the offside. There's been another good over from Jaskaran Bakar. 1 ball to come. Comes in to finish off the over. Outside the off stump. Oh, extra bounce there. And batter tries to cut it through the offside, but isn't able to make any contact. So another over passes by there. We're after 13 overs. Nepal are 38. The Singer's going to continue from the same end. Figures 2 for 4. And will be bowling against the new batter, Arjun Saud. Pressure is really on the Nepalese batters here. Canada are having a great day with the ball so far. Been extremely accurate. Comes into bowl. Nice turn and bounce past the outside edge. Comes in. Floats that one up. Fully pitched, pushed into the offside. It's stopped by Canadian fielder Ollie Fox. Just into the point region there. No run. Again, some tight bowling here. A lot of spaces here for the batter to go. We've got still have the short fine leg, still have the deep square leg, and deep long off. Pushes it up, pushes it into the offside. It's going down to long off. Going to easy single. Are they going to come back for a second? No. The fielder reaches round and sends it in before they can make it back. So it's just a single there. And coming in to finish off his over. 1 ball left. And Mohammed Arif Sheikh. Oh, and he's edged it down to short fine leg. He fields it and stops the run. So that's the end of the 14th over. Nepal are 39 for 5. Current run rate of 2.8. And that is just fitting his helmet. Now on to face the fast bowlers. We're going to continue here with Batar. So we've got one slip. In the leg side, there's a deep square leg. He's been moved further out. He's in short square leg. It's regular square leg in the last over, but now a deep square leg. Hold a straight line. It's pushed out into the leg side. Mid on comes round. They get a single. There's a big gap in the leg side between. The fielder's kind of a wide mid on. And then everything else, the two fielders are on the boundary at deep square leg and deep fine leg. The opportunities for singles into that leg side if the line of the bowler strays down there. Desperan will be looking to keep it outside of the off stump. Pushes that one in, but the fielder's in close enough that he's able to stop the single. Hint of swing earlier in the innings, but that seems to have diminished a little bit as the ball has lost a bit of its shine. Desperan comes in. Batter goes for the big shot, but contact not very solid, just rolls into the leg side. Nepalese batters just struggling a little bit here at the moment to time their shots. Been nice shots out through the offside, but we're going to have to dig deep here. Comes in, big shot back down the wicket, cleared mid-off, and it's rolling towards the boundary, but a good slide and throw from the fielder there. Stops the boundary. And through there. Seemed to lose his grip a little bit with the shot. It didn't get the best contact, but they did get round for a couple of runs there. There's 3 off the over so far. Bow's coming in. Pumping those knees up. Back on the line. Good bouncer. Comes through chest height. Batter kind of backs away. Trying to steer it over the slips region. But ends up missing it. And so it goes through to the keeper. There's a nice bouncer there as it kind of angled in towards the batter's body. It made it difficult to get the space to play that shot. Comes in, final last ball of the over, just on the leg side a little bit. It's chipped into the leg side for a single. Bowler fields his own bowling, and that is the 15 over mark. Nepal are 43 for 5. Here come. Big hit. Back down the wicket. Long off's going for it. And it looks like it's bounced safe. And gone for 4. Mohamed Arif Sheikh is looking to play some shots now. Walks down the wicket to the bowler and places it straight for a nice boundary. A bit of pressure on Sukhjinder Singh here. Batters coming down, punches it into the offside. Easy fielded, no run. Ball. Runs down the wicket, backs it over the leg side, and that's a big shot for a 6. A lovely connection there. You see here from the replay that he does well using his feet. Comes out of the ground, out of the crease, a couple of steps, and places it over the mid-wicket boundary for 6. That's good to see this intention from Nepal. They've been struggling a little bit defensively here. So, putting a little bit of pressure back on the bowler. Good strategy here from the batters. Gives something for Sukhjinder Singh to think about here. What length does he want to bowl? What line does he want to bowl? Will he keep coming down the wicket to him? 4th ball of the over. Kind of guides that down to third man for no run. He just dropped his length a little shorter there. Stop him coming down the wicket. He's cut it through to point. Fielder gets a hand on it, but he's unable to stop the single. Stop the boundary, but not the single. That's a good piece of fielding. We go into the last ball of the over. Arjun on strike, and he just smartly defends it back down the wicket. So we're back on the field after drinks break. Everyone needed a warm drink today. I drink my cup of chai. Strong wind still. Cool wind. The scramble car comes into bowl. Pushed into the offside for no run. Comes into bowl and he's cracked it away in the offside for 4 runs. Really good contact there. You can see here on the replay. Kind of short and wide, and he's had free rein to slash that one over the fielders on the inner ring, comfortably to the boundary for 4. A lovely shot there from Mohammed Sheikh. He's really finding his rhythm now. Had a very good previous over against Sukhinder Singh, and now started off with a boundary here in this over as well. And straight, pushed back down the wicket, fielded by the bowler. Oh, he goes for the run out. Obviously not very happy about conceding a boundary on the last ball. Ends up firing it into the stumps. Direct hit, but the batter's not out of his crease. No run from that. Deliver. Coming in here. 4th ball of the over. Just Grambatar against Mohammed Sheikh. Outside the off stump, goes for another cut. But misses this one. No run from that ball. 2 balls to come in this 17th over. It's been good to see some counter-attack from the Nepalese batters here, particularly from Mohammed Arif Sheikh. He's managed to up the run rate from about 2.5 and over. Now we're at 3.5 and over. There's still a long way to go in this match. Here comes this ball just outside the off stump, guided down to 3rd man for a single. The new batter on strike, Arjun Saud. Got 1 ball to face in this over. Rather cautious start from this batter, and that makes sense, given the position that Nepal is currently in. Coming in. Last ball the over, down the leg side, wide delivery, bowl another one. Good, Arjun maybe looking to try and give the strike to Mohammed Sheikh, given that he's now looking in pretty good form, hitting the balls well. It was tricky to get the timing right at the beginning of this innings, but Mohammed Arif Sheikh's starting to look like he's hitting the ball well too. Okay, last ball, it's just punch back to cover for no run. So these are 60 for 5 after 17 overs. Canada for much of those initial overs after the excellent bowling from the opening bowler, Zahid Shahzad, and the left-arm spinner, Bhupinder Singh. Bhupinder Singh's going to actually continue from this end. His last over, he was hit for a very nice 4, back down the wicket, and also a big 6 over the mid-wicket boundary. It'll be interesting to see if Mohammad Afsheikh continues to use his feet to get down the wicket to the pitch of the ball, which he did very well in the previous over. Comes in, he's done it again. He's going for another big shot, and it's gone over the mid-wicket boundary. I'm just checking there. I think that was a big 6. So yeah, he's continuing his good footwork, moving down the wicket to the pitch of the ball, able to get really good contact on that previous delivery. It's a bit of a field adjustment now. Due to those shots over the mid-wicket boundary, we now have a deep mid-wicket and a deep square leg. And a long on. Back in, and it's punched back down the wicket to long on. Just be a single. And now there's a lot more protection on the leg side for those shots that Mohammad Afsheikh has been playing. Arjun Saud, the field has changed. Deep wicket and long on are coming in to the ring, and mid wicket has moved to a short fine leg. Let's just push back into the offside there for no run. To bowl, 4th ball of the over. He goes for a slash through the offside, but isn't able to make contact. Ball taken by the keeper, who whips the bails off, but he didn't leave his crease. Pushed out into the offside for a single there. Actually, they've come back for 2. Good running by the Nepalese batters. Comes in to finish off the over. And it's just wisely defended by Arjun Saud. That ends the over. It was now 69 for 5. Canada have used 4 bowlers. And a counter-attack by Mohammad Afsheikh. Did some lovely shots over mid-wicket and back down the wicket. Past long on. So Mohammad Afsheikh's now moved on to 30 runs off 27 balls. And has been supported in the partnership with Arjun Saud, who's only got 4 off 12, but he's been keeping one end of the wicket safe. He's been pushing singles to give Mohammad Sheikh the strike, and is overall helping to build this partnership for Nepal, a desperately needed partnership at this stage. We've got Jaskaran Buttar coming into bowl again. That's flipped into the leg side. There is a point leg who's picking it up with the left arm, throwing it in, and stopping the second. Arjun on strike, comes in for the second ball of the over. And it's a nice straight delivery, defended back. There's no run there. Yeah, the game currently settling down a bit now. Partnership building for Nepal. Canada bowling well, but we may be seeing, we've had 4 bowlers so far, we may be seeing a 5th or 6th bowler at some stage soon. Oh, defended. Through his legs, keeper, quick on it, stops any chance of a single. Shining. Here he comes in for the 4th ball of the over. It's down the leg side. It'll be a wide ball. So far today, Canada bowled 12 wides. That one is full pitch straight, back to the bowler. Much better from Counterattack. Not too many wides maybe from Canada. There was a lot of swing initially in the innings. Lost a few wides, but otherwise it's been very tight, very good bowling from the Canadian team. The short boys guided it. Looks like it one bounce down to 3rd man. So it's pretty safely guided. Nice short delivery there from Qatar. Mohammed Sheikh just kind of leant back and guided that through the gully region for a single. Well, over the gully region, I should say. It was in the air for a while, but pretty safe down to 3rd man there. Qatar's coming in now to finish off the over. Currently 3 runs off the over. Comes in, just down the leg side. They're appealing for a catch. Big appeal from the wicket keeper and the bowler. No one else seemed particularly interested. And it's been given as a have clipped the pads on the way down. That might have counted for a sound, which would have got the bowler and the wicketkeeper interested. Either way, not out, and Nepal are 72 for 5 after 19 overs. Run rate's moved up to a 3.8. And Satwinder Singh is back on to bowl, continuing to bowl. It'll be his 6th over. He's currently 2 for 25 of 5 overs. Jaskar Buttar has no wickets for 17 runs off his 5 overs. Going to the 20th over here. And walks in. Batted nicely back down the wicket. Oh, he's gone straight through him and is rolling all the way down to the boundary for 4 byes. Oh no, it's an edge. The umpire's signalled runs, so there may have been an inside edge here. Have a look at this. Yep, looks like it took a thin edge past the keeper and ran all the way down to the boundary. So he gets 4 runs, that Arjun. See if he can reset here and get back onto it. And he rocked back and cut it into the offside, but it's easily fielded by the point fielder. Into bowl. Oh, excellent turn there, Satwinder Singh. Turned right past the outside edge. Batter could not get close enough to it. Another one. Straight to delivery. Well defended. 1 ball to come. Current partnership, 40 runs off 47 deliveries. It's been very promising. Comes in here to finish the over, and a little inside edge into the leg side. The keeper goes to field it, but it comes in and picks it up. Keeps it to a single. So there's been partnership moves now to 41 runs, which has been a very good recovery from 36 for 5. Now we're 77 for 5. Satwinder Singh 2 for 30 off 6 overs. Economy of 5 runs per over. Jaskar Buttar looks like coming on for his 6th over. He's currently bowled 5 overs, 17 runs with an economy of 3.4. Fielding-wise, we have got a deep point on the boundary and a deep square leg also on the boundary. Starts off very straight, ball popped up a little bit, but well defended by the Nepalese batter. So the boundary field is currently, as I was saying, is a deep point, deep square leg, deep fine leg, and deep third man. Suggests to me a little bit of some bounces, maybe some short deliveries going to be bowled here, given the field, but we'll see what comes out. Oh, that's a beautiful line and length. Good length. Straightened up. Straight past the edge of the batter. Batter was kind of caught in 2 minds, whether to go forward to that or lay it off the back foot. Just down the leg side. So pushed out into the leg side. Looked like they might try and force a second. No, the keeper's got to it and very well fielded back and thrown back into the stumps to stop the second. So far, the fielding from Canada has been excellent. Good catch was taken, second slip, no fielding errors, and they've been sharp, trying to stop the seconds and the quick singles. And then again, it's a little bit short. He's clipped it, caught by the keeper, but it looks like it came off the thigh pad. So not out. See here in the replay, shorter delivery, a little bit down the leg side, and it's come off maybe either the thigh pad or the chest guard. Good catch by the keeper. Two balls to come in this over. Interested to see if there's any more short deliveries. And a little bit of back with length, just push down to wide slip gully in for a single. Good batting from these two. They're looking for the gaps, taking the singles, taking the opportunities. Two runs so far off this over. As Batar runs in. Great one. Glanced down to fine leg. Should only be a single. It's a really good throw in. And that ends the over. 3 runs off the over. Nepal move on to 85. We've got a change of bowler. Sukinder Singh is going to take a break here. He's replaced with Tajinder Singh, who opened the bowling. He was getting quite a lot of outswing. He bowled 3 overs for 19 runs, no wickets. Bowled mostly at the start of the innings. We'll see now with the ball in the slightly different condition, whether there'll be much movement. Would have been change of the field, a bit less attacking here. We've got slip coming out. It's now going into point region. Most of the players are in the ring, apart from a long on and a deep square leg. And a third man comes into bowl. Short outside the off, pushed into gully. And fielded for no run. So not too many fielders in attacking positions at the moment. Fairly conventional field. And the protection on the leg side. Comes in again, starts a little bit wide, moves a little bit in, but signal wide by the umpire. Just checking his run up, making sure everything's perfect. Next delivery. Seems like there is still a hint of swing in the air. He runs in, second ball of the over. See if they can exploit that. That's much nicer. Starts outside of off, moved a little bit in. And that's where he's wanting to be bowling it, is getting a lot of movement in towards the batter, so he needs to start at least a foot outside of the off stump. There's a wide called there. Struggling a little bit with his line here. It's the 7th wide of the innings for Tejinder, so he's got a little bit of work here to try and get some more consistency. Comes into bowl. Oh, that's lovely. That one takes a bit more bounce. Nepalese batter tries to push it into the offside, but it's too much pace, too much bounce to get any contact on it. Fielding there. The gully position stops any chance of a single. So we've now 4 deliveries off this over. 4 dot balls, two wides. 2 runs off the over. Hopefully Tejinder can close out this over with a couple more dot balls here. Comes into bowl. Nice movement in. Pushed out into the offside, but fielded for no run. He goes to finish off the over. Last delivery comes in and it's cut nicely through the offside. Third man's having to come round, picks it up and throws it in. 2 runs for the Nepalese batters. You can see here, nice bounce, nice whip. It ends the over. 22 overs have been bowled. Wicketkeeper has his helmet back on. Canada turn back towards spin. We're going to have a new bowler. Shield Patel. little bit of change in field here. We have a one slip, gully, point is heading out to the boundary, cover, we have a long off, a long on, deep square leg, and a short fine leg. We're coming into bowl, left arm over, pitched out, pushed out to the boundary. There is a fielder out there who's going to pick it up and send it in to stop the second. There's just one run. Sending back down the wicket. And Sheel Patel opened the bowling yesterday. Well, Saturday. Bowling 6 overs, 1 maiden, 1 for 15. A very economical opening bowling spell in that game. Did the 4th ball of the over. Oh, excellent delivery. A little bit of a fuller length, but turned quite significantly past the batter. Going again. And that's a full delivery pushback. There's definitely some turn on offer for the bowlers today. The left arm spinners have been exploiting that. 2 batters currently have a 49 run partnership. They're almost at 50 partnership. They face 65 balls, which is in. But well fielded by Sheel Patel. And a great start to his spell. 1 run off the over. Jinder Singh is going to continue. Field remains fairly similar from his previous over, with a lot of protection behind square, and square and behind square. Comes into bolt. And it's cut beautifully through the offside, down to the boundary for 4. A lovely shot there from Mohammad Arif Sheikh. See on the replay there was good width, and he rocked back and middled it for 4. The 50 partnership up for Nepal. 53 runs between these two. Into bowl. It's a straighter one. There's an appeal. Come down the wickets, hit the pads, but the umpire's not interested. Mohammad Arif Sheikh moves on to 37 off 34 balls. He's hit 3 4s and 2 6s. For a strike rate of around 110. His partner Arjun Sood, 14 off 37. Batting a lot slower, but a very important partnership. So he's going to continue. Another wide one and another cut shot, but now there's a fielder out at deep point who's able to pick that up and return it for just a single. Arjun Saud on strike. Just defended back to the bowler. Five off the over so far. That's down the leg side for a wide. Rajinder struggling a little bit with line still. Had to put a lot of space out on the offside for the batters, and now wide down the leg side. Comes in. This ball of the over. It's a short delivery, is pushed out into the leg side. There's a bit of space there. The keeper's got round to it quickly again. Really good fielding from the keeper to stop a second run. After he played that shot, it looked likely that they would get two, but the keeper's restricted that to one. Very quick out of the blocks there from the Canadian keeper. So another run, so that's 7 off the over so far, 1 ball left. He's just tickled around to fine leg. It's a sharp single, but they make it comfortably. Very good running from the Nepalese batters. We end up with 8 off that over, which moves the score on to 93 for 5. 24 overs. Run rate is around 3.9 and over. Projected score 194. We're 1 over away from being halfway through the innings. Shil Patel back onto bowl. It pushed out into the offside. Looking for 2, but the fielder at deep point manages to pick that up and get it in a timely manner to stop the second. There's just 1 run there. Shil Patel comes in to Arjun Saud, and it kind of pushed out into the offside. They pick the gap. This time they're going to go for 2, and they're coming back to the bowler's end, safe. And there's a well-run 2. Just a little bit further away from the boundary fielder. So they were able to exploit that, get back for the second. A little bit more intent there from the runners on the first run as well. Really good to see. Oh, he's edged it, and he's walked. He's out, caught behind. There's some very honest batting there from Arjun Saud. Appreciate that. You see on the replay here, it's a nice loopy spinner, and it's taken a fairly big edge off the bat there, outside edge. Keeper's done well to pick that one up, and Nepal, you lose another wicket. They're still appealing, but Arjun Saud was already halfway off the pitch. He knew that he'd edged it, and take a wicket, first wicket today for Shil Patel. Nepal 96 for 6. Mohammed Arif Sheikh remains 40 not out off 37 balls. We've got a new batter, Kushal Malla. Comes in at a challenging time. Hopefully is able to stick around and build another partnership with Mohammed Arif Sheikh. This last partnership was 60 runs. So it took them from 36 for 5 up to 96 for 6. Three balls into the over. And Sheel Patel against the new batter, Kushamala, who is a left-hander. Be interesting to see this matchup. Was it well? Defended into the leg side. No run. That wicket came at a good time for Canada, as that partnership was motoring along quite nicely. Into ball, down the leg side, wide ball. Yeah, I feel like it was an important time to break the partnership. Pushes it into the offside. Last ball of the over. Floats it up. It's pushed into mid-wicket, but there's no run. There's 4 runs off the over and 1 wicket. Nepal move on to 97 for 6 off 25 overs. Interesting day for cricket around the world. We have Test series happening in Pakistan, between Pakistan and England. After the first day, Pakistan on 328 for 4. In Bhutan. There's a one-day international between Ireland and South Africa occurring. The Women's World Cup is underway. England's playing against South Africa in the Women's World Cup right now. 4 runs needed in 6 balls. There's also the CPL final last night, where the St. Lucia Kings beat Guyana Amazon Warriors with 2 overs to spare, chasing 139. Got a change of bowler here. A new bowler, Rana Salman Ghani. Coming into bowl to Mohammed Arif Sheikh. Starts off with a wide. Pretty similar field to the previous bowler, Batar. We've got those defensive fielders on the boundary at deep point, deep square leg, fine leg, third man. Mid-off and mid-on are up. Comes into bowl. Push back nicely. No run. So in front of square, all the fielders are inside the ring, but behind square, mostly on the boundary. The over comes in, it's wide, he's cracked it in the air, straight to the fielder at deep point, and he's out. Caught. It's a big wicket for Canada. Mohammed Arif Sheikh out for 40. You can see here, short and wide, but he didn't get hold of it fully and pick the fielder out. Only had to take a few steps to his left. Very solid catch there. And for the second ball of his over, Rana gets a wicket. Brings it to the crease, the new batter, Kushal Patel. And Nepal are in some trouble here at 98 for 7. There's only 25 overs of the match taken place so far. And after recovering from 36 for 5 up to 96 for 5, they've now lost both of their settled batters. Mohammad Arish Sheikh out for 40. And Arjun Saud is out for 17. They're going to have to rebuild here. Kushal Patel is taking leg stump guard. Field remains the same for the new batter, apart from deep square leg is being brought in to kind of a square leg, more of a mid-wicket position. Deep point remains out on the boundary, and we have one slip. He comes left by the new batter, comfortably through to the wicketkeeper. For the fourth ball of the over, just starts off. Bit of a low bounce and through to the keeper, who picks it up nicely. Kushal Patel he's had mixed fortunes this series. He was out for a duck in the last game off 2 balls, but previous game hit a handy 25 runs off 30 deliveries, including 2 fours and a 6. We're looking to channel more of that score. Ooh, manages to defend through there, a little bit of an inside edge onto his pads, runs out to the point. No run. In here to finish off the over. Outside the off stump, comfortably outside, left by the batter. And that finishes the over, which went for 1 run and 1 wicket. Of 26 overs. Going to continue with Kushal Patel, who's bowling his 3rd over. Currently conceded 5 runs and taken 1 wicket. Protection at long off and long on. Ball. Chipped out into the leg side, but there's a short mid-wicket. Picks up the ball. Long off has been brought into mid-off as he punches it back down. The wicket picks it up again. Getting through the overs quickly here. Keep the pressure on the Nepalese batters. Nicely bowled outside of off. Batter played for less turn than happened, and it ended up being quite a big turning delivery there, but safely off the pads. Oh, and again, big turn, defends it, pops up in the air a little bit, but comfortably short of the mid-wicket fielder. In for the 5th delivery of the over. Popped out into the leg side. There's space, square leg for a single. They're thinking about a second, but not enough time to get back for that. Patel finishing off his over here, the last delivery. Scissors it up. Defended solidly. You can see the score. Putting Nepal in a better position. Unfortunately, losing those 2 wickets puts the pressure back on Nepal now. We're 99 for 7 off 27 overs. Rana Samangani continues from this end. So field continues similar to the previous over. However, they're moving one fielder into the offside. We've now got 2 slips. And we've kind of got a wide, almost like a 3rd or 4th slip. So we've got a 1st slip and then a 3rd or 4th slip. There's a point, cover, and then a deep square leg protecting on the leg side. It's nicely bowled outside the off. Good carry through to the wicket keeper. Yeah, protection on the leg side at deep square leg and fine leg and mid on. So there's a big gap between mid on and everywhere else. Be keeping a very offside line throughout this over, I expect. The deep square leg has been moved up now to mid-wicket. Here he comes, inside the off stump. All taken by the wicket keeper. No run. A bit of wind picking up here. Bowler comes in for the 3rd one. That's nicely placed into the leg side or a single, the square leg. That's the 100 up for Nepal. 100 for 7 off 27.3 overs. Currently at a run rate of 3.6. Pushed down to mid off, and they look for the single, but it's not on. A little fumble by the fielder, but he picks it up and stops the single. Comes in for the 5th delivery of the over. Nice, and it's punched back down the wicket and fielded by mid-on comfortably. Definitely some consolidation happening here by the Nepalese batters. These two taking their time, taking their deliveries to get settled. Another 22 overs to go. Wide outside there, hits it. But cover fielder comes around and tops the single. Another good over there from Canada. Going through a very economical period here. Only a few runs off the last few overs. Shil Patel's going at 1 run per over. Shil Patel comes in and it's a big shot up in the air. It's cleared the fielder for 6 over long on. A lovely shot there from Kushal Mala. See that on the replay. Frees his arms, swings through, and it clears the boundary by 5 meters or so. Even with the fielder right on the boundary line there at long on, batter still went for it, and here's another go. Pushes it back to the bowler, no run. Still went for the shot and cleared it. Cleared the boundary significantly. There's also a fielder out at deep mid-wicket. Pushed it into the leg side. Non-striker was keen for a run, but there wasn't any run on there. Cuts it into the offside. Straight to the fielder. There's a bit of a mix-up. He's back. And he's out. Run out. Big mix-up there between the two batters. So he pushes it out. He's keen, but the non-striker was keen, but then wasn't. Gets it around and is comfortably run out by the wicketkeeper. Very disappointing there from the Nepalese batters. Breakdown in communication. Probably wasn't a run on, but if they'd run it fast and without hesitation, they would have been home. So Kushal Mala run out for 8 runs. New batter, Sampal Kami, comes to the crease with Nepal at 106 for 8. Shil Patel bowling well. Got 2 balls left in this over. Just pushed into the offside, no run. Pretty tight field on the offside here. We've got a slip, deep gully, short point, and mid-off. Long off, mid-on, and a mid-wicket. And there's defensive fielder on the deep square leg boundary. Runs that one straight, but no run. Good over from Shil Patel. There was a 6 off the first ball, over long on. But then a very tight rest of the over. So another wicket for Canada has moved Nepal onto 106 for 8. Sompal Kamian is at the non-striker's end. Left by Kushal with that ball. Sompal in his previous match. Batting at number 9. Scored a handy 30.